Right, Shaun, Katie, Shaun. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. So, quick note. If you saw our community post earlier on, I think it was last week, the reason we're watching the second one first and you're not seeing our reaction to the first one is because when we recorded the first one, our audio didn't work. So we couldn't make a video of it. Unless you wanted to just see us silently react.
Go on, like.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So, we've got to start with the second episode. That being said, Katie, what happened in the first episode of Rings of Power?
It's going to be hard to do this. You might have to help me. But it started off with Galadriel.
Yep.
A young Galadriel. In Valinor.
Yeah.
Right, that's correct. Yeah.
Valinor.
And you also saw her older brother. And you saw kind of the reason that the elves decided to first leave Valinor was to go fight Morgoth.
Mm-hmm.
He did something weird with the trees, didn't he?
Stole their light.
Yes.
He stole the
So they went.
the Silmaril.
Yeah. That.
The jewels.
So we went to
I think.
Middle Earth to fight against Valinor, but our brother died. Before he died, he was chasing Sauron, wasn't he?
Yep.
That was kind of his dying goal, and so Galadriel decided to do that herself to kind of for her brother. She did manage to find this cave, didn't she, on like this mountain, where she saw like the Sauron sign.
Yep.
So she assumes she's alive, but no one else believes that he's alive, or at least we think. They eventually leave, and she's told to just give up by everyone, to just leave back to Valinor.
Elrond especially.
Yeah, the king has given her a special act.
What's his name?
High King. Oh, what was his name again?
Gil-galad.
Gil-galad, yeah. Yeah, told that to go back to Valinor.
Yep.
But he had said to Elrond, it made it seem like he does believe Sauron's alive, but that he's worried that Galadriel pursuing him will make him come back or something. That if they just leave him, he'll just stay hidden.
Yep.
So that it's better if she just leaves Middle
There's
Earth.
a lot of introductions to
Yes.
certain characters.
Yes. We saw Celebrimbor, is that right?
Celebrimbor, yeah.
Celebrimbor.
Who, for those of you who've never played the game, he's the one that forges the rings.
Yes. We also saw, who else did we see? We saw...
Arondir, was that his name?
Which one was that?
He was
that
on the watchtower, the one when he saw the cow that oozed black stuff.
Because it's kind of like a bunch of weird stuff going on, isn't there? They were watching these humans who are like descendants from the humans that fought alongside Morgoth.
Yep.
And so they're still kind of being punished in a way, aren't they?
Yeah, they're being watched.
Yeah, but that elf, I can't remember his name.
Arondir.
Yeah. Had fallen in love with one of the humans, didn't he? She was like a...
A healer.
Yeah. And they went to they were going to investigate this kind of illness that's been taken over the animals. There was a cow that like
oozed black stuff. Yep.
Her son that we learned about found what looked like the hilt of a sword, and was that supposed to be Morgoth's sword?
I don't know if it was Morgoth's sword, but it was definitely
Sauron's. It was supposed to be like an evil sword.
Yeah, a not very nice sword. Yeah. Mum said that this might be Gandalf. She said to me that it might be Gandalf, but as far as I'm aware, anyway, Gandalf isn't around at this point. So if he is, then they've kind of ballsed it up a little bit.
Rings. Do you get it? Because it's rings of
Because it's
power.
called Rings of... Ugh. Do I get it?
I don't think it'll be Gandalf. I think the implication was that it's supposed to be
Sauron. Yeah. Oh my word.
What?
Was that person's name Jennifer, but spelled with a G and not a J? That's the worst thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. I already hate this.
Chill out. You're in the middle of the ocean, girl. This is Middle Earth. God knows what all kind of weird sea creatures could be there.
Worst nightmare. Oh, this isn't good. Start questioning your life decisions at this point, wouldn't you? Oh look, they made him a little tent thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just put a bunch of food in there with him and then just leave him?
It's more weight, isn't it?
What if he is Gandalf?
It would just be silly. I know I hate people who say this, but I don't want Gandalf to be played by anyone that isn't Ian McKellen.
It's not Harfoots, just the ones that can't keep a secret.
Like, I'll be fine if it's like Radagast or Saruman or one of the two purples, but not Gandalf. They're not here though. They're not during this time. They're not here. If he was waiting for the opportune moment, that was it. That was my Jack Sparrow impression. That was my Jack Sparrow impression. Now, if you'll be so kind as to drop me off at my ship. Eregion. Eregion? The dwarves.
Have you considered seeking partners outside the confines of our own race?
Yeah,
How far outside?
yeah, no. Khazad-dûm. Ooh. It's close to Erebor. Erebor to Moria. No, the bridge. The bridge. It's the bridge of Khazad-dûm, so.
He'll welcome us with open arms. Ram's horns blaring. Tables filled with salted pork and enough malt beer to fill the Ardewy.
What do you want?
It is Elrond of Lindon, accompanied by Celebrimbor, Lord of Eregion. We seek an audience with Prince Durin.
No.
To work mine.
What did he do? Did
Is
he
he
like...
getting arrested or something?
Clearly it was impactful what he said, but I don't know what it was he said.
He's just sentenced himself to be executed or something.
Says something really offensive and dwarvish or something. Oh my god.
This was in the trailer?
Yeah, but I wasn't paying this close attention. I think this is the first like dwarvish city that we've properly seen with like loads of dwarves in. If that makes sense, you know? Like an actual like inhabited one. Fair enough we saw Erebor, but there's only a few of them and it was all destroyed, wasn't it?
Yes. Understood.
Ooh! Sass! Elrond with the sass.
I was expecting a drinking game or something.
I was as well.
I saw the horns on the thing and I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, drinking game.
No pauses or regurgitations. Phew, I could do this.
Not with those arms, you couldn't. Your shoulders would fall out of the sockets.
Here we go.
Ouch.
Elf.
He is going to be a wizard or something, isn't he?
Huh?
He is going to be a wizard, isn't he? Oh. Escargot. Oh! You tried snails. You didn't try snails, did you?
Tried, like, what was the Winkles or something, whatever they're called?
Whelks.
Whelks, that one, yeah.
Did you? I don't think you tried them. If this is a wizard, then I've either been massively lied to, or this is this show taking. The only reason that I'm thinking that it's might be a wizard is that, for all intents and purposes, the likes of Gandalf are essentially angels, but then so is Sauron. Sauron's he's the same species as Gandalf.
So what if this is Sauron pretending to be like a wizard or something? He said he's called the Saver, isn't he?
Yeah, I wouldn't be too opposed to it, I suppose, but... Oh no. Wasn't he her dad? Oh! Oh, that was nasty. Don't have to say things like that in Lord of the Rings.
In fair play to her, but...
It also stands to reason at this time as well that if... Because I'm sure someone told me that the likes of Gandalf aren't around when the War of the Last Alliance takes place. It's only after that they come to help.
What is it?
Like I know...
Oh.
What is that? I know people might say that like it's too obvious for it to be Sauron. I'm more than happy for the obvious to, as long as the story's not made up.
The worm.
Oh, don't do a sea monster.
We set out 2
Yes.
weeks ago, sailing from
Need we
here.
tell her all our affairs?
Why not?
The what? Oh. Oh, that's gross. Oh, it's not going underneath.
Oh my god.
That's just horrific. I'll never watch. You'll make sure you tell them I'll never watch an Amazon show again. Christ, alright.
What did she do?
Oh, please don't show us the worm from underneath the waterline. What did you see? What did her elf eyes see?
The worm.
But he said looks can be deceiving. Is there something... Oh! No. No.
What you get for being, you know, they just pushed her in. She did nothing wrong.
No, as far as looks go, that was pretty horrific.
Come on, you got this, Galadriel.
Well, there's one thing that we definitely know. I'm not sleeping tonight. This show knew. It knew how much I hated stuff underwater, and it still did that to me. Can you believe it? And I took that personally. You know the meme? I'm going to use that exact meme. Right there. That's right, obviously trusts the elves. I love ginger dwarves. I love ginger dwarves.
20 years may be the blink of an eye to you now. But I've lived an entire life in that time. A life you missed.
It's a fair point, actually. You know?
I was expecting some, like, great issue, but that's just, you know, fair play.
So what do you have to say to that?
How could it not grow in a home like yours?
Alright, you big
Elrond.
charmer. Chill out.
It'd be difficult not to be friends with them, wouldn't it, if he says
I
stuff like
fear
that?
I've overstayed my welcome.
Oh, I'll let you go.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something just then. You can still kind of understand where it's coming from, though. 20 years to an elf is nothing but to a dwarf.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But dwarves still lived quite an age, don't they?
That was
I
not
thought they
that
did.
long.
I thought the longer than the humans do.
Longer than men do, yeah, but...
Keep your distance.
Is that the mark of your people's king?
My people have no king.
But if they did, where might that kingdom be found?
To what end?
What if I told you we might be able to reclaim it?
It would take
Ah,
longer than
Brand.
your lifetime. Even to speak the names of those they've taken from me. So letting it lie is not an option.
Well said.
Jeez.
Is this some important person?
So when it said like the mark of the king, that makes me think, is this like, is he supposed to be the king? Or like the son of the king or something? Is he like the heir?
The Southlands,
Aragorn's
though.
ancestor.
Who, Isildur?
I don't know. I still don't know.
Elendil and Isildur would be around at this point.
Well then, yeah.
I don't think it's Elendil. I don't think it's Isildur either. Might be like.
Oh,
What?
he said he could hear mice squatting under his floorboards, but what if it's not mice?
Is it the orcs digging? Ooh. Oh god, it's really hitting all the phobias this time, isn't it? There's claustrophobia.
Now, what good are you gonna do in there like that?
What's that?
With the dragon, with the tatum people or something.
What is it?
A claw.
Oh,
I'll tell
people putting their hands on the walls trying to stop.
I don't know. It looked bigger than I thought that originally, but it looked bigger than a
Oh no,
finger.
not one of these. He's not going to do much damage under there, is he?
No. He's not gonna be able to shoot his bow.
That's something crawling. Uh-oh.
Hurry up.
Arondir, was that his name? Oh, look how thin that is. Oh! That's right, that was his name, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah. Oh god.
Yeah.
Is it like a rat or something?
Whatever it is, it's farting quite a lot. Oh, yeah, well.
Oh, what if it's trees?
The trees?
That didn't just look like it. Then the fingers looked a
why
bit.
would the trees be after them? Oh yeah, hide in the most cliche place possible. I suppose it's Middle Earth, so it's not that cliche, but
God, what's up with like the?
I haven't even,
Stop breathing so loud, woman.
I haven't even seen it yet, and I already think it's gross.
Ugh. Why?
Was its tongue hairy? Oh,
God,
thank God.
lass.
Thank God she's got a shiv. Oh, no. Sword. I don't think that is a sword, but it is, I bet it hurts.
They should.
Good lad.
Is it killing him though?
No. Gosh, she chopped its head off.
Good lass.
A proof enough?
Good for her.
That's what I'd be saying. Proof enough?
I would be like so petty if that was me as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even just do that. I would make a whole like.
No, you'd be going. I wonder if you're proof enough. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's proof enough. Can they just get out of the water already? I swear Middle Earth was so much more charming when it was on land.
Never tie themselves to the raft, are they?
Bind yourself to me. What? The hell happened there? She gets struck by lightning. Jinx.
Grab the rope. See, that's why you don't bind yourself to... Ugh. Idiot.
He's not even pulling her up, he's pulling himself down towards her. Fair play to him. She did say, what did she say? Bind yourself to me. I'm really sick of all this water. Fair play to him, fair play to him. But I swear there wasn't that much water in the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy.
No.
The only was the rain. Helm's Deep. That's it.
Why is he so creepy?
All strange people are creepy.
It's a lantern.
Or is he using them to make, like, installations or something?
A kind of constellation. Okay.
Death magic. It was death magic.
See, I was kind of like, oh, is he Gandalf because he's talking to... I feel like it's making us doing this deliberately.
What's in the box? The Arkenstone.
I didn't think that was
Can't be the
around this
Arkenstone.
time, though.
I
think
surely
the
can't be the Arkenstone.
I don't think that was around at this time.
Wasn't the
though, was it?
Arkenstone found by Thor?
I don't know. It made it seem like it was around Thor's time that it was discovered. I wonder if it's this that's drawn in there.
It seems like it might find coincidence, doesn't it? He finds it and then the next day he gets attacked.
Ugh.
Blood magic.
Don't let it touch it.
This is blood magic.
Oh.
Reforged shabby blade that was broken.
Yeah, because now he has a sword.
Reforged shabby blade that was broken. The crown less again, shabby king. That's my prophecy voice. Oh. Who this? Oh, thank God. Thank God we figured that out. It's weird, I'm kind of caught between two stools. I don't know whether I'm really enjoying it or really disliking it. I'm sort of right in the middle.
I don't think I'm really disliking it, but it is a little slow at the minute.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, when's it going to pick up? When is... I feel like I'm waiting for something to happen. It's not bad though, the story is good enough.
Yeah.
I feel like though with that guy, it's deliberately, it's like, it's making you think it's Gandalf.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
He's been, that's the thing, isn't it? He's been similar to some, that it's drawn parallels that makes you think it's Gandalf. That
Or at least a wizard.
he's been helped by halflings.
Yeah.
He's talking to bugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's kind of like, well,
Yeah. Then there's
okay.
also he's like, he killed the bugs after
he
he
killed
talked
all
to
of the
them.
bugs, yeah. They all died.
And it I don't know, it seems...
I can't remember if it was that I read it or someone told me that they aren't around at this time. The
Gandalf.
Yeah.
And, yeah. That seems right. But I'm not, I don't know. I feel like though it's if they're playing on the whole about Sauron's the deceiver, you know, he's trying to like...
Yeah.
Then it would make sense for him to like pawn himself off as like a wizard or someone.
Southlands, that's where he said that guy was from, wasn't it? Harbrand or something, that was his name.
Southlands.
Hold on, I'm going to get a map up of Middle-earth. See what's in the south. Middle-earth map. Oh, that's what's in the south.
Gondor. Oh.
I was going to say, isn't Gondor in the south? I was going to say that, just so you know. But
Sure. Rohan's also kind of... No, that's not really that south.
Ronian, that's where it is. That's where it's not. Early days, Rohan. 'Cause Rohan's right there.
So it's likely that this is Gondor.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, then my idea could be right. He could be.
It's probably Elendil, yeah.
See?
Because Elendil's oldish in Lord of the Rings when we see him die.
Yeah.
What's his name?
That's what I mean. I didn't know how many years this was taking place prior to
It takes a long
War of
time.
the Last Alliance. So I was kind of like,
Yeah.
I
and
don't know who it would be, but I feel like it could end up being some relation to.
It does take a long time for them to assemble their armies against
Yeah.
Sauron.
That's what I mean. So I didn't know if this was actually like.
I'm assuming that Elendil's going to be in this. And if he's in it, there's every chance that Isildur's in it as well. But they're probably
Not now though, surely.
not old. I don't know how long it takes to forge a Ring of Power, so...
Well, they've got to build the forgery first.
Yeah, but they're dwarves. They've got to have it done by spring.
Nah, but still, it's got to take some time.
Why, not likely. Not likely, not with dwarves. Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
So what do the dwarves have? Surely it
Yeah.
can't be the Arkenstone.
I don't think it's the Arkenstone, because I'm sure that it's Thror that finds that.
Is it some kind of mystical gem?
What would be in...
Well, because
'cause
Elrond
it-
was talking about the elvish gems or something, wasn't he?
Oh, is it one of the Silmarilla? No, but I'm sure they all get destroyed.
But what if it's not? What if that's the last one or something?
I don't know. I suppose we'll just have to
They've
wait.
been hiding it that whole time.
I don't know when it comes out. I don't know what day they come out. I think it's Fridays. Rings of Power. Episode 3. September 8th. When's that? It's Friday, isn't it?
Today's Monday, isn't it?
Thursday, so it comes out on Thursday. Yeah, not terrible. Didn't think it was terrible. Good for it.
Yeah.
But it does need to pick up, because it has been very slow.
I feel like it's taken time in introducing characters, isn't it? It's like, okay, here's these group of people, here's these group of people.
But here's the thing. I don't need to see too many jokes between the Nori lass and the other. I don't need to see loads of jokes between them. I'm quite happy.
Yeah.
You know, you made the jokes in the first episode. Now let's just focus on character development.
Well, they're half-foots, aren't they? They're supposed to be, you know.
Okay.
In the same way that Merry and Pippin were always making jokes.
Not the what? They're not always making jokes.
Not always, but still, like, you
They
know.
they started off making jokes, but then they got serious.
Yeah, it's on the second episode.
What were Merry and Pippin doing in the second episode?
That's different though. That was a movie. They had
They
to
were sitting on
condense
ents.
everything down.
They were sitting on trees, throwing stones at orcs. Anyway, that was us watching the second episode. Let us know what you think down in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell button if we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
I don't know. I'm curious about Celebrimbor. Like, is he bad? Like, is he
No.
working with Sauron, or does he get deceived as
He's
well?
deceived by Sauron.
Is he just instructed into making these rings, and he ends up making the?
Not so much instructed. I think he's sort of like...
He does it himself.
No, he's like... He is just deceived. Like, someone who he thinks is a good person says, oh, this would really good. Can unite everyone together, give them all gifts, rings of power, you know, make all the races in Middle-earth strong, when in reality what he's actually doing is binding them all together to make
The one, right?
this person strong.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I don't necessarily think he's bad. He's not bad in the game
Right.
anyway, he helps you. But then I think he betrays you as well, so I don't think he's all that great.
Because he seems nice, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm mistrusting like nature is like, you're evil, you're conspiring, but
Suppose we'll see. Thank you for watching.
I tonight.